This is my multimedia discussion board for the cities of Oceanside, Riverside, and Newport for their city budget CAFRs, and I did this with my partner, Anna Jenkins. This is kind of the presentation overview. There are many similarities in the formatting, the words used, and the overall financial plans in Oceanside, Newport Beach, and Riverside's CAFR. Some differences were the retirement plans, the money given, and each city focused on their budgeting differently. This is our letter of transmittal. As you can see to the right, we each have, we focus more on the long-term financial planning for each CAFR, and some similarities for Riverside, Oceanside, and Newport were that their letter of transmittals were all very similar, but also quite different at the same time. They all wanted to protect the city's assets from theft, loss, or misuse. Some differences for the long-term financial planning in Oceanside was to focus on employee costs and health care. They want to take some of the percentages to help benefit government employees, and they want to see how they can help and just help their employees for the future, and what they maybe do need to take out to make sure that their employees are set up. Some long-term financial planning in Riverside focuses on the city council priorities. This includes actions that will be ran by the city staff and the planning guide that specifies about the city's budgets. This has lots to do with paved roads or things that the city does cover, because again, they want to make sure that all of that is safe and secure for their city. And then for Newport and their long-term financial planning, they focus more on strong financial policies and budgeting decisions, as well as starting that the forecast in the city shows positive general funds for the next 20 years and no long-term financial concerns. So Newport definitely does focus on the future and what they need to do to make sure they don't go into debt and they don't have any long-term financial concerns. For the independent editor's report, so there are many similarities. In the beginning, they state the purpose and the financial statements. They all give the supplementary information towards the end of the report and give an overview of the overall report. Oceanside and Newport's financial sentences are the same, and the information is fairly stated in all material respects in relation to the basic financial statements as a whole. However, Oceanside, as you can see off to the right, we have a screenshot of the supplementary information in the editor's report. That's where we really found most of our differences. Oceanside focuses on combining individual financial statements and schedules, so they're focusing more on specific things that need to be done and not really as a whole in the city. Next to the right, we again focus on the supplementary information. So for Riverside, they did not express an opinion because they did not provide sufficient evidence to express one. So they didn't really know what they were thinking when it came to supplementary information in the editor's report. And lastly, in Newport, for supplementary information that was conducted for the purpose of forming opinions on the financial side. For the management's decisions and analysis, this is more the management's decisions. For the similarities, Oceanside and Riverside, they use internal service funds to report activity to other programs and functions. So this is more like summer camps that go through the cities, and maybe sports for kids. That's what they kind of focused on, and they were both very similar. And Oceanside and Newport enterprise funds are presented and represented in the business type activities, so they're focusing more on the business aspect, while Oceanside and Riverside both use self-insured insurance programs as cash flow, so they do offer that. To the right, we have proprietary funds that we focused on in the management decision, and you can see we have Oceanside's screenshot right off to the right. And then here's Riverside's and Newport proprietary funds, and the differences are that Riverside uses internal service funds to account for self-insured insurance programs, central stores, and its fleet of vehicles. Services are predominantly benefit governmental rather than business type functions. So this is basically just kind of saying they're focusing more on the business functions and how they can help stores and different programs and vehicles and maybe even businesses that are standalone businesses as well. And we have other post-employment benefits. So this is talking about retirement. There were lots of similarities. Oceanside government funds covers the retirement benefits and a pension and funds. Riverside's budget total was $15 million, so they also all did that, as long as with Newport included the covered employee payroll that increased by $2 million every year, and this covered retirement plans as well. And you can see right here that we have the screenshot showing how much they gave, and it was all close around the same number, which is pretty cool that they were very adamant on giving all of their employees retirement funds. This is our analysis. After analyzing the CAFRs for Newport, Riverside, and Oceanside, we can conclude that there are more similarities and differences in the reports and formatting. The overall differences were due to specific city budgeting, as well as the editor's reports were also specific to the cities. Thank you so much for listening, and I hope you have a great rest of your day.